Check, check, testing, testing. Can everyone hear me okay? We're going to start in 3 minutes. Feel free to call into the voicemail 401-213-9828. Magical Kathy. Thank you so much, Magical Kathy, for those well wishes. 100K, 24-hour live stream. You heard it here first, folks. All right, feel free to call in 401-213-9828. We'll start in 2.5 minutes. All right, let's get started. Alrighty, here we go. You guys ready to do this thing or what? Let's party. Gotta get a little beat here. Turn this puppy on. Oh, we got our lawyer in the house. We got the lawyer in the house. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. More ladies than gentlemen, about 90% of women. I follow the stats. It's your boy, Dave Neal, stand-up comic, host of Bachelor Recap, a Guy's Review, and live stream extraordinaire. This will not be 10 hours long, although I think we could do it. I got a Diet Dr. Pepper. You guys ready to get going? I shaved today. It was an accident. I didn't mean to shave. My trimmer, the little thing that adjusts the beard level, broke. So when I went to use it, it kind of divoted me. So anyway. I gotta make sure I'm sitting in the right spot. It looks like I'm being cut off right here. I think if I move over a little bit. Sheriff is in the house, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your boy Oz, the sheriff. Coming to us from the area of Vancouver, Canada. All right. How's everyone doing in the comment section there? We have a few things to cover today. Of course, we have Anna and Vic getting fired. You're fired. Rachel's date, group date, Kit's date, and then voicemails. If you want to leave a voicemail, now is the time to do that. Call the number 401-213-9828. And we're already at 111 viewers. If you don't mind bumping your Harrison onto the top of that like button, that would be fantastic. And of course, I want to thank you guys for 10,000 subscribers. We just hit 12,250. So thank you guys so much. I really think by hitting that like button, by bumping it with your Harrison, I think that's really made a difference. So thank you guys so much. You know, when you hit 10,000 subscribers, they unlock the merchandise aspect of YouTube, which means I'm going to get some merchandise out there. I'm going to get some fantasy sweets. That's chocolates, some fantasy sweets, 2E's, and maybe some Bumpin' Harrison's t-shirts or something like that. And I don't know, maybe a t-shirt that says I digress. I don't know. We'll see here, folks. But thank you guys so much for sticking around. I'm going to get to this comment section. Hello, Panda Seducer. Hello, everybody. Huey Winston is in the house. Huey, you're my guy from Alaska, right? Huey's here from Alaska. Nomad Chica's checking in from Portland. Very good to see. Susan's in the room. So many people that we love. Of course, I introduced the sheriff himself. Sheriff, if there's even a doubt that somebody's trolling, you have full permission to just hockey puck them straight out of there. Just swipe left on them. And if you made a mistake, we'll figure it out later. You know what I mean? All right, Pamela's here. Hey, Pamela, how are you? You want some fantasy sweets? Oh, boy, I got a sweet tooth. Yeah, we'll do some fantasy sweets. What an episode. Look, I want to, as I'm going to say in my recaps, you guys know this. I've gone hard on the Bachelor franchise and Chris Harrison for putting Brittany through this whole ordeal. Even if they make amends with her, there's still the fact that her name is just obliterated when it comes to Googling her, okay? So with all that said, I really do like how Matt James handled it all. I think he's coming off very poised with a lot of drama, none of which he should have to deal with, okay? This is all producer driven. So as mad as he wants to be at Victoria and Anna and all these other people, he really should be upset with the sloppiness that the show provided him when we could be watching a season with with ladies from Ethiopia, a bunch of other places all over. There's good women within them, and they are just sullied by this dirtiness of some of these toxic characters. Like MJ. I wanted to like MJ. MJ showed up with a pizza in the beginning. I wanted to love MJ. But what are we doing there, you know? That blonde frizzy hair can only get you so far. All right, how you guys doing? Hard on, Shay. Shay knows what's happening. It's one of those nights. It's a Monday night. Hello, everybody. If anyone's new here, I'd like to know where you're coming from, who you're hiding from, and tell me a little fun fact about yourself. I'd love to meet some new people. Isabel's here from Vancouver. Yeah, hopefully we can open the border soon. I don't know if they're going to let any of us dirty Americans out. You know, we've all got the disease. Yeah, there was a rose ceremony tonight. You know, I don't mind that the show's all over the place, but it is kind of interesting. You know, some weeks the rose ceremony's at the beginning, some weeks it's at the end. So many different things are happening. I was telling my my lovely fiance this. The only way I'd be okay with The Bachelor airing out the Brittany drama, which all could have been solved in post-production, the only way I'm okay with it is if they start it on the same episode and then finish it on the same episode. See, what they did is they teased it and promoted it for weeks on end, and then it also became a to be continued. So Matt James wasn't able to address it in the same episode. I know this is great for ratings, but in that meantime, you got idiots like me, all these New York Posts and all they want to do is get clicks. So as far as they're concerned, it's about Brittany. You know, they're not to beholden to her character. They're ready to just bulldoze by her to get those juicy clicks. You know what I mean? Oh, look at that. We got our first donation. Stephanie Panky Hall. Thank you so much. When you donate, you get a girly scream. And of course, anyone who donates, I'd love to send you a postcard if you want. Just slide into my direct messages on Instagram, which is right here, and I'll send you a postcard. I haven't sent out the 10-hour live stream postcards yet. I have to tell you guys, if you're new here, we have 159 people. Thank you so much. Bump your Harrison. Just smush your Harrison onto the top of that like button if you don't mind. Harrison's your fingertips. Don't be gross. It's whatever you want it to be. we had so many amazing people join us for the 10-hour live stream on Thursday to celebrate 10,000 subscribers. When I was done with it, I just laid on the couch next to my fiance, and I was just overwhelmed, blown away. All of your stories, all of your supportive comments. I didn't need any extra energy. I didn't refill my coffee. I had a Diet Coke. You guys were just so good that it was unlike anything I've ever been a part of. So thank you guys so much for that. I'm being a little dramatic here. All right, Adriana, much love from Dallas, Texas. I enjoy how much Bachelor content you cover. I guess I will subscribe. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we finally did it. Ariana subscribed. Give her a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, we can go home now. That's the episode. Goodbye, everybody. Been waiting for you, Adriana. That's a beautiful name, by the way, Adriana. Adriana is a beautiful, beautiful name. Is it Brazilian? What is that? Tell me, what's Adriana? Abby Thomason's in the chat. We all love Abby Thomason. Nobody, let me tell you guys something. Nobody enjoyed all the great compliments more than Abby Thomason. You guys really loved Abby joining the Skype. Now, don't get me wrong. You guys loved everyone joining the Skype, but I think it was something about Abby's, legalese. And it was the dimples and the legalese that you guys loved so much. So good to see you, Abby. Let's see. I might have missed you because there's so many positive comments. Abby said, Dave, why don't you personally do the girly streams when people donate? That would motivate me more. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, you want me to scream myself? Let me know exactly what you mean. I'm a dancing monkey. I'll do whatever you need. Nicole said the weird structure of these episodes is very disorienting. The whole show is disorienting. Absolutely. Yeah, who knows what's going on over there? Who knows what they're trying to do to piece this together? I can't imagine the editors with all of the content they get. I mean, they really sift through a lot of content. This is what bothers me about the show is they have the ability to have a second, like a YouTube channel that just pushes, like they'll push a blooper here and there, but they have the bandwidth and the ability to post full conversations. I'd love to hear the full conversation between MJ, Jasenia, and all the other girls when MJ's like, who's questioning my, whatever. I'd love to hear these full conversations because we know they're only showing us a small percentage of all that it is. If you do ask me a question or leave a comment in the chat and I don't see it, the chat kind of moves kind of quickly, so just let me know and I would love to go back and get your question. RM Army said, loved your Skype with Abigail. Yeah, Abigail provided some great information. Do you prefer Abby or Abigail? Abby's over there in Central California. Our new pro bono legal. Is it all right if I volunteered you as pro bono, Abby? How does that work? She's like, I guess I'm pro bono for this YouTuber now. Queen Amarizi. Am I pronouncing that? Amarizi? Queen Amarizi with a $20 donation. That's very kind. Thank you so much, guys. Really, we're not, I appreciate that so much. She said, I think I am your only Nigerian friend on here. I'm a big fan. Can we get a shout out to Nigeria, everybody? Big shout out to Nigeria. Thank you for supporting in Nigeria. It must be sometime tomorrow. So how's Tuesday doing over there in Nigeria? I'm slowly populating some African countries. I have one friend in Nigeria, and Aaron is over there in Zimbabwe. So that's nice. I wanted to give also another just huge shout out to Jason Foster. I'm going to, this is kind of, this might be a little insider here, but I wanted to share with you guys what Jason Foster said to me. Because I said, you know what? I texted him and I said, you know what, man? That's just really cool for you to send a voicemail in to everybody. I thought that was really stand up of him to do, to thank everyone. And let me read for you guys what he said after that. He said, "You're very welcome anytime. Always here to help and make others smile." I mean, you know what I mean, folks? If that's not as good as it gets, I don't know what is. Abby with the $5. I have to do the scream myself. Ah! If I piss off my dog, Tasha, they're making me scream myself. Are you in there? I think she's in the shower. Tasha's in the shower. She's gonna be like, did you run over some kid? Was it? Ah! There it is. Ah! Thank you for that. Everyone left the chat. They're all gone. They're like, no, thanks. We're at 206 viewers. Thank you so much for bumping your Harrison under the top of the like button, everybody. So Susie said, hello to Nigeria. I lived in Sierra Leone for a couple years long ago. Well, what is this, National Geographic? You guys are just all traveling the Serengeti over there? I'm sorry if I desecrate. I don't know where Sierra Leone is. I should. I apologize. This was the year I was going to go tour some places in Africa, but of course our plans have all, here I am. I was going to tour the world, but instead I'm here with you guys. Nicole says, the scream, thanks, don't do it again. Very well. I promise you I won't do that again. You're going to have to pay me to get me to stop screaming. All right, guys. So what do you guys think? We got Anna and Vic fired. What do you guys think about that? A little picture-in-picture here. Let's go into this. I saw this on Twitter. Bye-bye, Vic. You are not the queen. Someone's 7-year-old daughter sent this in. So, I think she thought she was the queen. QU, not QW, but I digress. All right, there. Any other interesting tweets? This is MJ. This is a good. Oh, here's a good one. I love Twitter for this. MJ right now. I am filled with harmony. As she throws a Bible at somebody. Isn't that weird? MJ just trying to muscle people with her own, saying that she's leading by example or character. She kept on saying she was leading by example. I couldn't understand what she meant. Example of what? What was the example she was leading by? It just didn't seem like one of those times you say you're leading by example. It's like no one cares if you're leading by example. We just want you to be nice. Just be nice to us, everybody. All right, here. Both Anna and Victoria went tonight, CCC said, but it looked for a hot minute like Victoria was trying to blend in the crowd and stay. Susie says, Dave, loved the 10-hour live stream, kept you on for company for a few hours. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And then, here's an interesting. Magical Kathy says, Victoria legit insulted Matt when she left. That's just the sign of zero class. Zero class. Now, look, we could argue all day long whether Victoria has issues. I think she does. I think we're probably exploiting someone with some real kookiness. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychologist. I can't tell you what she has. But boy, people in the comment section have told me, oh, she's this, she's that. She's something or another. Maybe her brain's just fried. Like she said, she was addicted to Adderall, amphetamines in your brain for a couple of years. She's quite delusional. The funny thing to me is people are convinced she's an actor. She's not. I said it last time. She's a useful idiot. A useful idiot is a term where someone can be pretty much pawned to fit whatever you need them to fit. I'm not going to get political, but there might be useful idiots there's always a useful idiot in politics. But the point here is that the producers were able to get drama, and Victoria took the bait. She thought she was being fun. You know what? There were moments when you were watching Victoria where you kind of did see her smile, and I could see a scenario in which if you're on her side, you like her. The problem is she's calling chicks hoes that aren't on her side. It's one thing if you're like, oh, that's my bitch, and it is your bitch and your bitches, and that's ladies. You call each other names all the time, but we can all differentiate from someone calling one of their friends a name versus calling someone a hoe and not being cool to each other. So really funny when Matt James was like, she was like, you know what? I didn't call her a hoe in a bad way. And he's like, there's never a good time to call her a hoe. What did he say? I wrote it down. Hold on a second. Very funny stuff happening. Very funny. Let's see if I can find it. Matt James addresses the group, and he says, if you have to belittle someone else for you to shine, those aren't the qualities I'm looking for in life. Couldn't have said it better myself. Matt pulls Brittany aside. Brittany said, this could ruin my entire life. I was so excited when I first came here. I've never dealt with bullying before. Matt says Brittany went from spunky to broken down. I mean, real bummer stuff. Real bummer stuff. Where's the Vicky conversation? Good song. Anyway, Anyway. Okay, so Victoria pulls Matt aside. Matt says it's not cool to call other women a hoe, which I'm sure he never thought he would have to say on the show. It's not cool to call another woman a hoe. Then Victoria says that was completely taken out of context. And then Matt says, in what context would be calling somebody a hoe acceptable to say? I got a few jokes about that I'm going to be doing on the recap. I'm not ready to perform them for you guys yet, but I got a couple jokes about when it's okay to call someone a hoe. Don't get mad at me. You're going to have to hear it first. I think it's funny. But of course, the true answer is, come on, people. Come on, ladies. The problem is collectively, I don't like to batch everyone into a, men versus women. Women are this way, men are this way. Collectively, humans are pretty cool people. Women are pretty cool people. Women have come a long way to get their voices heard, to rise up in the corporate world, to get equality. This isn't an example of good women. I'm talking about Anna. I'm talking about Victoria. Victoria is not an example that we need to be sharing with the world. There are cool women that can play the villain. You can get your Corinne, Olympios, whatever her name is. There's plenty of people that can be sassy, be a little bit of the villain. You don't need to go full villain. They went full villain. All right, what are we saying over here? What are we saying? Let me go back a little bit. Let me know if I missed anyone. Esme, how are you? She said, I feel like Victoria was kind of getting better these last 2 weeks, but once she started hating on Katie, I was just ready for her to leave. Yeah, how funny is that? I've never seen a contestant more beloved than Katie. I mean, she has to be one of the most beloved. Maybe Abigail. I mean, Abigail's so sweet. Katie had a few mistakes where I thought she piled on a little much on Sarah Trott, but we're getting nitpicky when I say that. I was like, oh, she kind of followed her aside and kind of ganged up when Vicky. Yeah, okay. But in the end, Katie showed her true colors. She was there for Sarah Trott when Sarah Trott needed a shoulder to cry on. Even when someone was getting a rose, I can't remember who it was, Katie helped them up. I mean, every little thing Katie's good at. She helped them up the platform. So for Victoria to even try to pick a morality battle with Katie it's really funny. Sweet Pea said Victoria and Anna should hook up. Sure. Okay, I think Anna could do better, but that's just me. Chloe said when Victoria took that other girl's crown, she looked at the other girls and laughed. Maybe she thinks she's funny, or maybe she's just crazy. I think what it is she's a little crazy, and it has worked for her in the past. I think people will laugh at crazy as a way to break the tension. I think Victoria causes so much tension that people laugh because she's the crazy one jumping in a water fountain at the Luxor. She's just probably a little out there. Again, I've had one of Victoria's friends send me a message saying I'm being too mean. Victoria's nice. Like I said, the bullies are always nice when they're on your side. The soda's cold and we are grooving tonight, baby. All right. Abigail said, Kathy, I cringed a little bit because it would be weird to make out with someone in front of all of your competitors, but I think it's the nature of the show. Who are we talking about? Sorry, I'm catching up here. Who are we talking? Sorry, I was doing the live stream. I couldn't read you guys. Cringing when it was the group date. Is that what we're talking about? Oh, okay. I see. Magical Kathy said, how do you feel about Matt going to kiss one girl during her interview while on a group date? Well, the funny part of that was it wasn't planned. Matt's doing some egg toss game with MJ. It's week 5. I like to get the names down by week 5. Hello, 255 viewers. Please smash the Chris Harrison like button there. Just bump your Harrison right on top of it. It helps the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate you guys. Matt threw an egg. MJ hit her. By the way, that spoiled a good egg. That's fine. What can you do? Speaking about spoiling a couple good eggs this whole season, these contestants, yikes. So Matt runs away. I mean, he does a full post route, just 4.2, 40-meter dash. Real athletic guy. Runs through the barn. This is how it all worked. And then he's so fast, by the time he gets to the end of the barn, he sees somebody. And please help me. Who did he kiss? Who was that he kissed? It wasn't my girl Serena. Was it Ryan? I'm trying to think who it was. Anyhow, then MJ through the barn is like, is that Matt kissing someone else? And she's like, she's covered in egg yolk. She looks like she's making some sort of, I don't know, baking some frittatas or whatever the hell you do. I don't know, folks. Anyway, weird times. So, yeah, it's a little weird if you see your boyfriend kissing someone else. But, hey, these are the times, folks. It's a group date. Anything goes. I think Matt's done a pretty good job of trying to be respectful for everybody. We've given him sort of a weird rap because the season's kind of been such a dumpster fire. But Matt James hasn't done anything. He hasn't made a bad move. You know what I mean? You might say he's not that exciting, but do we really know that? I mean, we've only seen him on a few dates. He tipped over an ATV, but other than that, he's been pretty good. He's got kind of like a light on his feet kind of grooviness to him, where he's kind of just like got a lot of youthful energy. I don't think that's a bad thing. Let me know. Be picky, guys. What has Matt done that has made him a bad lead or a good lead? Let me know. I'd love to know. Alrighty here. Panda Seducer said Tasha kisses other men all the time, and I'm going to need Panda Seducer removed from the chat, please. That's my fan. When you get big, you get people that I don't know. I don't want to say don't like you, but that get some sort of weird joy out of, it's kind of the part of the conundrum of putting your life out there. We're out there. We make a Google Voice number. Sometimes we get troll calls. I got to plug my phone in. Hold on. Boone is sleeping right here, by the way, guys. He's sleeping right there. All right. Yeah, Matt seems to care about everyone. He seems very genuine. Central Time. Yeah, you guys are up pretty late. Thank you very much, Oz. It's actually, I'm not that popular. It's the same person over and over. So, they called me earlier today and left some hate. And let's see, this is someone new. Someone sent me 2 voicemails. They said, skip the first, play the second. I'll start playing voicemails because too often I wait too long. So I will get right into some voicemails here. But yeah, let that flag in. Let me what has done well? He's an amazing, Matt. Yeah, Matt's done well. He's an amazing listener. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Oz, by the way. Thank you again, Oz, very much for that, laying down the law. Appreciate it. I mean, I'd be lying if I said it didn't annoy me, but not in a way like... I'm sweating right now just because this room's so hot. I don't get annoyed at the idea of a troll in the sense that that I'm taking it personally, but it annoys me because if it were some brat that I saw at a Barnes & Noble who was being a jerk, I could be like, hey man, like, you know what I mean? But like, this isn't even a real person. And I've learned a long time ago as a stand-up comic to not be mad at people that aren't real. And I would suggest you guys do the same thing. Whenever you talk to someone online, if you don't know them, just consider them to not be a real person, okay? And it doesn't mean that someone doesn't exist on the other end, but by taking away, by adding the anonymity to it all, it just brings out the worst in all of us. All right, gonna go to these voicemails. Yeah, I wasn't, got a couple voicemails. I love when people leave 2 voicemails and like, don't play that first one, I sucked. It's like, you didn't suck, just leave your voicemail. It's all good. All right, I'm plugging in my broadcaster here. Brian said he remembered Kit's love for cooking and made it a date. Very smooth guy. My thing with Kit, she actually seems relatively nice, all things considered. Growing up in like as a socialite in New York, I think can really make somebody like really, I don't know, out of touch. But I can't believe how young, like there's 21 that looks 25 and there's 21 that looks 15. She's 21 going on 15. She's so young looking. It's like, is she one of the youngest contestants that's ever been on the show? Milwaukee says, I like how Matt has conducted himself up to this point. He's really trying to keep his cool when speaking with Victoria. So Brianna says, how do we have an exciting bachelor who isn't messing up, like just by personality? I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm just kind of like on the boring side of wanting. I want someone to fall in love. I want them to, maybe you tell 2 different girls you're falling for them and you make a slip up, but I really do root them on. I think Matt's doing a good job. All the drama has nothing to do with him. Chloe said, I've almost started a YouTube channel so many times and I didn't do it because of BS people like that. Sorry, people suck, Dave. Glad you have this channel. Well, you know what it is it's not something I want to, put too much time and energy into, but it's just like I can't control if someone wants to keep on making accounts. They could do that for the rest of their lives. I just don't understand. I mean, this person called me, text all this. I just don't understand why you want to do that. Like, do you have a list of people you do that to? I just don't get it. It doesn't take up any headspace in my mind. So many good things are going on in life. I appreciate you guys so much. Magical Kathy said, did anyone else think Kit was going to be the main villain before Victoria showed up? 100%. Absolutely. Yeah, I thought she was the main villain. I was like, oh yeah, she's going to be the main one. And she kind of played into it a little bit. And it's one thing to apologize once Matt James calls everyone out, which obviously that's exactly what Kit did. But also, hey, I'll take that over nothing. Sweet Pea says, I think he's going to fall for Michelle. She's beautiful. Yeah, Michelle, she certainly is beautiful. All right, here we go. All right, let's see. Let me make sure I've got this all down here, right? I have to, now what I have to do is kind of screen the calls before they come in, just to make sure, because the troll has called me twice now, which of course I'm not going to play on the air. It's not, come on. All right, here we go. First call.
Bachelor Nation, what a crazy episode. I was so surprised the Kit got the one-on-one. I thought it was going to be Abigail or Piper, but yeah, what a crazy episode. I'm so glad Victoria is finally gone, but the drama's far from over, looks like, and we'll see what happens next week. And yeah, it's just like a crazy season going on so far. So I look forward to talking to you all, and have a good one. Okay, bye.
That's awesome, everybody. Yeah, good point on Kit getting the one-on-one. Yeah, Abigail. I mean, Abigail's never had a one-on-one, has she? Abigail didn't get one, and then also Piper, right? I mean, I gotta say, there really are some great ladies on this season. It's just like we haven't even thought of them because we've been so focused on this negative energy. You know what I mean? Shout out Abby. Thank you so much. You said some nice, kind things about me and my beautiful fiance. Oh, Christmas music. I have to take that off the playlist. Sorry, guys. Still have Christmas music on the playlist here. Forgive me, folks. Is this Christmas? I don't think so. Venezia said the dates tonight were a bit lackluster. Oh, yeah, they're running out of stuff to do in Pennsylvania. They're walking down the, walkways. They're, shoveling up mud. Nomad Chica says, I'm afraid to even think about the women tell-all. Chris Harrison's got his work cut out for him on that. Absolutely. Maggie says, Matt was taken with Kit. Yeah, she's cute. She's cute and all. Nothing against her. I just feel like it's a big age difference at that age. Old 20s, young 20s. Huey said, Abigail is 2 for me. Oh, 2 what? Abigail is 2 for me. Also, it seems like first impression rose always makes it to top 2 at least. Sometimes, wasn't it my girl Olivia that got the first impression rose back in the day, and she got stranded on the sound bars? Oz says, never too late for Christmas, Dave, or early. We're ready for Christmas 2021. Hey, Julie with the donation. Thank you so much, Julie. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. Why don't we play another voicemail? If anyone wants to leave a voicemail, you can call in 401-213-9828, 401-213-9828. I've changed a few things on my computer, and we haven't had any lagging issues. Some people have asked me how I'm able to get so much content out, and I've just been enjoying making content with you guys. That's really it. I will like to transition from making so much Bachelor content to making other topical celebrity pop culture content, but I do recognize that you guys are on board for the Bachelor stuff, so I'm going to keep on making it. Today, I released my video about Colton Underwood. Hold on. Actually read the last chapter of this today, so if you didn't check out this episode, I read a bunch of excerpts about Colton Underwood, and it's pretty interesting. Some pretty interesting stuff that was going on there. And I read 12, maybe 13 excerpts from that. Obviously you guys know I've gone pretty hard onto Colton Underwood. He does not address the stalking allegations in the book. I think it would be very smart if he did. But you know what? I'm not his PR person. All right. Heidi says, so what about Claire and Dale breaking up? Well, what do you want to know? I've made 15 videos about it already. They're both going to Instagram Live trying to show who's done better since the breakup. And, that's just what happens, I guess. It seems like Dale has a hard time coming off as the bad guy, so he's been wanting to keep on telling his story. And I get it. We don't know. I mean, he might have been in a rocky roller coaster. As soon as the cameras went off, it could have been that she was belittling him. We don't know. We don't know what would happen. So maybe he's young. Maybe he was rushed. But don't get it twisted. Chris Harrison pushed this engagement on him big time. Big time. Brian says, I was cheering for Mari because she's a local girl from Odenton, Maryland. Rachel's date was the same as Kaylin's on Colton season. Absolutely, yeah, where they're just shoveling poop. Brittany said, Colton just needs some spiritual and mental counseling. Absolutely. He's young. Emotionally speaking, he's young and he's got addiction in his blood. Toxic love addiction, codependency. That'll be with him for life, but as soon as he acknowledges what it is and learns what it is, hopefully he can find somebody that doesn't want to run away from him. Find somebody that loves you for who you are. Yeah, Magical Kathy has to go. She said, I have to go, but hopefully I'll watch the rest of this live later in the morning. Well, I'll have my recap up at 8 a.m. East Coast time, 5 a.m. Pacific time. I'll be recording that as soon as this ends. So yeah, please stop on by, leave a comment. Okay, hold on a second. Next call is from Stephanie. She left me a nice donation earlier, so let's play a voicemail from Stephanie.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Panky Hall, and I'm calling from Holly Springs, Mississippi. And you know how sometimes the villain doesn't go home at the end, and you're like, oh, why didn't he send her home? I'm so upset. And tonight it finally happened. He finally sent the villain home, and I've never been so happy. But I've never felt so disconnected from a bachelor before, because it's like he has no connection to any of the women. I don't understand. There's no passion. Like, I see a connection sometimes, but there's no passion. There's no passionate kiss. There's no long hug. It's just him trying to figure out how to be a bachelor and deal with the drama. And I want to see a little bit more from him because I like him so much. But I couldn't be any happier to see Victoria gone. That was just, finally it happened, and I was so excited. So that's my thoughts from a girl in Mississippi.
Look
Thanks
at that.
for all you do. Bye.
Stephanie from Mississippi. What a nice sound she has. Let's play her intro there. This is Stephanie from, I love that accent. Let's listen to that accent one more time. Stephanie from Mississippi.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Panky Hall, and I'm calling from Holly Springs, Mississippi.
Oh, you're the sweetest. You might be our first Mississippi caller out there. I don't know if we have any other Mississippi callers. By the way, shout out to Venezia for a $2 donation. Thank you so much, Venezia. Hey, you. Good to see you. What is Venezia? Is that Italian? Is that Italian over there? Well, thank you so much for that voicemail, Stephanie. And, you mentioned kind of feeling happy when the villain went home, and it's like, yeah, it's week 5. Usually the villain is gone by week 5, or maybe they're a villain that came and they're going to be out on a 2-on-1 date, but Matt James needed to finally say, all right, enough is enough. And I think he's going to get upset at the producers. I think we're going to find out that there's going to be a problem with the producers. So we'll see how that goes. But anyhow, so yeah. As far as your second comment there, Stephanie, you said that you don't feel a connection to Matt. I'll just say this. So much of the show has been centered around this toxic bullying and all the BS with the women. I don't know if it's Matt that's not developing the connection or if they just haven't showed it through us yet. Do you know what I mean? So let's give him the benefit of the doubt. He does seem like a pretty charismatic guy. He's hitting it off with some of them, but obviously I don't think he can pretend with the ones he doesn't like. You know what I mean? Weekend Lanny said, holy numbers, so many viewers. That's right, 284. Thank you guys so much for hitting the like button. I appreciate all of you out there. And if you're new, we have 284 people. Let me know where you're checking in from. And we do this every Monday night after the episode, Pacific Coast time. Thursday, we do 4 p.m. Pacific Coast time. And, of course, when I hit 100,000 subscribers, we'll have a 24-hour live stream. It'll be at my new place I'm moving into in several weeks. I don't know when I'll hit the 100,000. I'm in no rush, but surprise me, guys, if you want. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. But we'll be talking Bachelor for a long time to come with all of your support. So thank you guys so much. Esme says, I feel like people judge Kit and assumed she would be villainish, but I feel like her feelings for Matt are real and she has good intentions. Esme, absolutely. I think she has good intentions. I just think she's so young. What's a 21-year-old in New York City going to do getting married? It just sounds crazy to me. But then again, age is just a number. All right, what else we got here? Brianna says, I feel bad. He liked Abigail. You don't think he liked Abigail anymore. I think that's what you were saying there. Yeah, Abigail, sometimes Abigail's she's cute. Abigail's cute. And it could just be that, he likes her still, but whatever that early impression was, other girls' relationships have taken root. That's normal, right? It stinks, but it's normal. I think Abigail's great. Her conversation about how her dad walked out on her and her sister or something when they got their implants, that's just heartbreaking. And it's really too bad. And then Matt was able to relate his story about not growing up with a father. I relate. I didn't grow up with a father. My mom remarried. And they're about to celebrate their 25th year wedding anniversary, which is amazing. I love my stepdad, but I spent a solid 10 or 11 years. Your homeboy was being developed there without a dad. And I have to say this, you're no lesser of a person. You just have a different experience. I don't know what it would have been like to have a dad at T-ball. It just didn't happen. I had other people looking out for me. The community, your neighborhood, they take care of you. So as Matt was saying, I couldn't agree with it more when he was saying that, growing up without a dad, he was able to figure things out differently and other people stepped up. I couldn't relate more to that statement, we're all uniquely us. Sometimes it comes from a happy family. Sometimes you come from a broken family and you learn what you don't want. There's just so many, and I come from a little bit of both. My mom left us something that was bad. She found my stepdad. He was great. And they're kicking butt, So, life's what you make of it, and I like to think, as spirits, I like to think that we choose Earth as a challenge. It's like a video game. So we put ourselves on this planet to challenge ourselves. It's like a hard level. Earth is a hard level. So when you think of it that way, you take the ego out. You don't just get mad at people for no reason, for cutting you off in traffic. You just kind of steer clear. And you start to see the world in a way that's less ego-driven and more, what am I going to do for myself today? I went on a rant there. It's the Diet Dr. Pepper. Brianna says, no, I think the producers planted the seed of doubt with Kit because Matt did like Kit. I don't think he likes MJ, Anna, or Victoria. MJ was cute. I liked her up front. Brings a pizza. But MJ, for sure, was complicit in the very least. And how would you guys describe MJ? Complicit in the sense that she, Katie was the one saying, hey, let's just stop making fun of people that aren't here. No big deal. Let's just not do it. MJ wouldn't have done that. MJ was the one who would match other catty levels, which is very toxic. It's the definition of toxic. It's cancerous. Cancer is when cells multiply. Well, when MJ stoops to another girl's level, they're literally multiplying their cattiness. Gemma says, speaking of family, I'm so excited for hometowns to learn more about Matt's untraditional upbringing. Finally, no gated community parents. That's a good point. Yeah, so often you get these whitewashed, you get what's the What's the chick who played basketball? Her dad was a basketball. Meredith? Is that her name? Meredith? Prue? What was her name? Anyway, it's like they look too clean and perfect. I want someone who grew up in in the city or, I don't know. We had that in a few people. You do. Oh. A phone call from Utah. You leave a voicemail, please. 401-213-9828. You do find out, by the way, we're going to crack 300. We're at 294. Can we get 300 over there? You do find out there have been past contestants like Dean that came from a family that wasn't perfect. I think that's great. I think it's healthy. I'd love to see more of a... Sorry about that, guys. I don't know how to turn this off. Anyway, what do we got here? Madison Pruitt. That's who I was talking about. What was they call her? Melissa Meredith? What are you going to say? MJ is seething mad, and Matt's going to get an earful. Yeah, that's what's so funny is Matt's like, bye, or I'm sorry, that wasn't MJ. That was Victoria. Sorry. When Victoria got mad at Matt on her way out. You don't see that too often. You don't see it too often where there's the whole sort of angry exit. But of course, with Victoria, we wouldn't have had it any other way. Okay. If there's any more voicemails, let me know. I think that's all I have from tonight. We had so many the other day. It was just amazing. So many great voicemails the other day. And I do want to say, I wanted to give a shout out to, I'm going to have to shout them out again, but I got somebody had told me, I love it when listeners tell me that my videos are being shared around their, I love when I'm told that my videos are being shared in their Bachelor community chats. So shout out to, I believe it was Holly. Let me see if I can figure out who this was. No, it's Mallory. Shout out to Mallory in her group Bachelor Bitches. It's 10 girls and her ex's father, I guess. And they're in a group chat together for Bachelor. So if anyone shares any of my content in one of your Bachelor private groups or wherever, send a screen grab or post it on Instagram and tag me. That's my username right there. I'd love to share it with everyone else. I think it's so funny. I'm hot. I got the linen shirt on tonight. All right, let's read your comments. If I missed somebody's comment, please just ask me again. It's just hard to go back. Maria Hernandez says, I hated how in the previews they're trying to make Katie... Oh, sorry, I lost it. This is the problem when someone else... There it is. Make Katie look bad by... I can't see. Lighting the fire when she's just calling out on the women who wouldn't stand up for the new girls. Yeah, no, Katie's... you'd have a hard time editing her into a bad light. She really steps it up. She's just like the mom. She's like the fun mom of the group. My vote would be Katie as a major contender for the next Bachelorette. I wanted Serena, the one who looks like Shannon Elizabeth, but she's Canadian. Can they do a Canadian Bachelorette? I guess they did Caitlin Bristow, didn't they? Huh. All right. Caitlin said, MJ said not to antagonize anyone and then went and attacked Jasenia. Yeah, wasn't that funny? Wasn't that funny when MJ went and attacked Jasenia? Well, MJ said she was being attacked, but MJ basically brought it up to everyone, and she said, someone's questioning my character, this and that, and then she said, it's an open floor. Then Jasenia, shared her point, and she was like, no, and it's like, well, you said it was an open floor. Are we doing an open floor or not? It's also a lower sign of intelligence or emotional intelligence, Bennett might tell us, to repeat yourself over and over. So it just seems that, I don't mean to sound like a snob. I have no idea how I would do on it. But it just seems that MJ would say the same thing over and over because she didn't really have another point. You know what I mean? So when she's like, I lead by example, it's almost like, I could just see her getting drunk and waking up being like, I lead by example. It's just kind of, tracked through her head. Emma Tilson said, by the way, my eye is twitching. It can be hard to see the screen sometimes. It's funny. I'm having a harder time streaming right now than I did on my 10-hour live stream. I can read normally. It's just small on my screen. And if I bring the screen closer, then you can see it on camera. Oh, actually, that's not too bad. You still can't see it. All right, here we go. RM Army says, I 100% agree. A 21-year-old and a 28-year-old are in completely different stages in life and most likely won't last long term. yeah, like they're in similar hookup stages, but I can't believe like she's like college age and he's like almost in his 30s. I don't know. You know, I'm sure it could work out in some cases, but like I said, Kit looks young. I don't know if that means anything. Katie Calston said bye. Very nice. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Almost 300 viewers. You're doing amazing, Dave. Thank you so much, RM Army. Thank you so much. Yeah, this was a good one tonight. Nomad Chica says, Dave, you can increase the font size. Oh, can I? I'll have to figure that out another time. I don't know how to do that on the chat. I appreciate that. CC Melendez says, I doubt Katie would become the Bachelorette because she's such a strong individual. The producers would be pissed that they couldn't control her or be able to make a lot of drama off of her. Well, you had a lot of strong individuals like Rachel Lindsay and Becca. They were pretty strong individuals, right? I mean, Katie shows up with a vibrator. I think she could have fun. I think Katie is coming off so strong because she has to. I don't necessarily know if she wants to have to be the voice of reason. You ever have to do that with a friend group? You have to be like, look, I can't believe I have to be the one to tell you guys to put your pants on in a Walmart. You ever have to do that before? It's like, I don't want to be the dad here, but you guys are ridiculous. Anyone else? Brianna said, MJ lacks so much self-awareness. Yes, I agree. Using the same words over and over means to me they don't really know what they're saying because they can't say it differently. Yeah. Oh, Lisa's here. Hey, Lisa. Lisa Reed, everybody. Conspiracy that Serena is the Bachelorette because they're filming it in Canada. Well, let's go to that. So the filming, let's do this. Bachelorette filming Canada. Let's find out. I never made a video about this. Let's check this out here. I'm going to switch over to the picture-in-picture and pulling up this screen here. This just in, The Bachelorette is filming in Canada next season. The resort is so fancy. This article is from a few days ago. I didn't really feel the need to make a video about this. Let me make sure there's no spoilers here. Are they going to do this? Unlock Cosmo to keep hanging out. Oh, come on. I'm not gonna buy a Cosmo membership for you guys. I don't know. Not worth it. We'll see if there's any other websites I can go to. Except this Rose. So they're going to the Fairmont. Fairmont's a nice hotel. All right. Let's see if we can pull up here. You know what? I'll just let you guys know when I get to it. It's going so slow. It's going so slow. Any other voicemails? Last chance to leave a voicemail. I'm going to try to end this one. Did we get a new one? Oh, it looks like we got another voicemail from our Mississippi friend. This is so nice. A new friend in Mississippi, everybody. Let's see if this is from Stephanie in Mississippi. All right, here we go.
Hi, it's Stephanie Panky Hall from Holly Springs again, Mississippi. I was just wondering from all the people that are Bachelor fans, like hardcore, that have been watching forever like me, do you not feel like it is more about a competition and a winner now instead of watching a love story develop? Because towards the end is when the love story develops. You're not watching it from the beginning. Like Trisha, the beginning, like you could see the connections forming in the first season of The Bachelorette. It's like you could see it forming from the beginning and you could see the struggle. And now it's like you have to get all the drama out of the way. Then you can see the true connection form. And that's kind of what I meant earlier by like the connection wasn't forming, even though you can kind of see it some with some of them. So that's just what I meant. So I thought I would reiterate that and just ask, like, doesn't it seem like more of a competition now? Like you want to be the winner and you know it's probably not going to work out, and it's not as much about watching a love story develop. So it's like you have to change the view of the way that you're watching it to really enjoy it. So anyway, that's just my final thoughts on it. I was drinking a little bit of whiskey and playing Monopoly on the PS5, so I thought I'd throw that out there.
Oh, that's so great.
Hope you have a great night. Bye.
Oh, thank you. That's Stephanie, everybody, from Mississippi. Drinking some whiskey, playing Monopoly. Look, it sounds like you're having a blast over there in Mississippi. I don't know why, but this is gonna. And by the way, this is gonna sound so like elitist of me, but I just imagine Stephanie in like an Ozark setting, which I'm aware Ozark is Arkansas, correct? But Mississippi is not Arkansas. But I just imagine this like hanging out by the bayou, kind of on the lake. You're out there in your screened-in porch. There's a neon light with a bug zapper. I love it. So yeah, your question is, do you think now more than ever the show has moved more to a competition versus a love show? I think they try to do a strategic job of not letting the audience know who he's falling for. So they get so much content, they pepper in different options, but I think they try their best to not have it spoil. But I also can't give you too much info about early seasons of The Bachelor. I do think in today's world, like it used to be, it sounds crazy, but when The Bachelor started, you would sit down and watch ABC the night of the show. And we still do that, but now you can get on Hulu. You can binge it later on. It's different now. There's so many different commentary shows. Oh, we hate them commentary shows. What are they doing? Get your own subject to talk about. But the world has gotten busier. You used to watch the show. I sound so old, but let me know, Stephanie, if it's the same with you. But you used to watch the show, and you just watched the show. The commercials came on. You went and grabbed some potato chips. Now you watch the show. You got your Twitter out. You're doing this. You're all over the place. You're tweeting. You're thinking of a sassy meme. I mean, it really is more of like a lifestyle than a show. So, yes, I think it is way more competition now. And there is more to be gained by people, People go on the show for the wrong reasons. I think it's okay to go on the show, thinking, you know what, maybe I'll fall in love. Maybe I'll get some internet clout for my guitar, my band. I think that's okay to go on it for either one, Like if I were single, I'd still be a stand-up comic, but if I built a fan base from the show, hey, maybe that would be good. I'd have a fan base from the show. And if not, maybe I would make some good connections. You just never know. I think there are more pros than cons when it comes to people deciding to go on the show. But of course, back in the day, you'd only go on the show to meet your potential love or just roll the dice. Now you have more options for people, why people get into it. The Duchess of Essex, thank you so much for all the new videos you've been watching. I saw you commenting on all the old Colton videos. The Duchess of Essex says it is, you should be called the Duchess of Excess. Says it is a total lifestyle. Everyone in my life knows that Mondays I am booked. So funny. Abby Thomason, is your husband or fiance? I don't remember if you said you were married or I think it's your husband. Does your husband watch Bachelor with you? She says they specifically look for villains who fall the evil and push them through. Fail the eval. Sorry, my eyes. They look for contestants that fail the evaluations and then pass them through. Yeah, I've saw some funny memes about that, being like, "Oh, you sound horrible. Oh, you've gotten arrested. Oh my gosh, you're through straight to the finals." Husband, lucky man there, Abby. Lucky man. Stephanie says, I live on 4 acres on a big hill and I have a bug zapper. There you go, Stephanie. We pegged you. You don't have a pond? You don't live out by the pond and have one of those, do you have one of those boats that has the fan that blows? That's probably more, I don't know if that's Mississippi. That's more like, what's the Florida panhandle? You have Mississippi and Florida meet, right? What's that part called? All right. Sunshine said, nice, you surpassed 12,000 subscribers. Woohoo. She has a cement pool. The Duchess of Essex is a real title. Oh, I believe it is a real title. Absolutely. I didn't know if I was talking to the real Duchess of Essex. I have a hard time saying it. I'm the Duchess of dyslexia over here. CCC says, Stephanie, from Mississippi too. I think they often know right off who they like. Nick V and so many know right off, but they can't spoil us, and I think it's always just between 2 or 3. Absolutely. Sweet Pea says, I believe Matt was told by producers to keep Victoria for ratings. Oh, of course. Of course. Absolutely. And at that point, it's just not his call. It's just not Matt's call. Kenel Explicit says, hi from Sweden. Hello from Sweden. Everglades is South Florida. Whoops, I don't know. It's all the same to me, guys. Layan Sasa says Dave's YouTube channel is just gonna keep up. Tell your friends. Well, thank you so much. I have to say, it was nice that Hannah Godwin has a YouTube channel with 150,000 subscribers, and my channel performed double as good as hers this month. So it's not just about the subscribers, it's about the loyal viewers. So whether you guys want to subscribe or not, you guys keep watching, and that's good enough for me. I'm sweating over here. Stephanie said, I just figured out Twitter a few months ago. LOL. Maybe I have a different experience. It's different now watching with a group of people like this. Yeah, Stephanie, I totally understand that, like, it can be good or bad when you watch with the technology along with you. And it's been nice to have a place to just chat about these things because, like I said, as a comic and podcaster that talks about dating and relationships, it's just nice to have the show because we can all talk about, oh, you know, remember Chad, remember Colton, remember these people? It's an easy common denominator to talk about all of it. All right, last chance for voicemails. Let's see if this is a voicemail. Hold on, let me just double check this for safety here before I play it. I don't even know. Sometimes I try to read what people said because it goes to auto text, but let's see what this is. Hold on, I don't know if I can hear this one. Who's the 435 number?
Hey, Dave, it's Faye from here. I just wanted to say it's so fun to watch another live stream. And everybody, you should share Dave's channel on social media.
I'm sorry, I can't. Let me see if it gets better. I just can't hear you.
Listen to and connect with. So anyway, keep up all the great content, and we can't wait to watch you just skyrocket. Best wishes, and thanks for the live stream. Keep it coming. Have a good night, all. Bye.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm sorry I didn't get the first half of your voicemail, but I heard the channel skyrocketing. Thanks for the good content. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm sorry I couldn't get the first part. Even my Google voice to text was like, we don't know what she's saying. I just want any trolls watching that I'm just deleting voicemails. I'm not reading them, so you're wasting your time. Alrighty, here. Let's get to a few more. I got to get out of here, folks. We're at 11. I'm going to leave in the next 5 minutes, okay? I'm going to have to get going because I got to do the recap. Tomorrow's going to be a very busy day for me because Jed Wyatt is releasing his new podcast where he explains his side of the story with what happened from his time on The Bachelorette. So I know for the most part it's been general consensus that he went on the show while he had a girlfriend, whether they were official or not. He said he loved her. I think he admitted to that. And he brought a girlfriend to a family vacation. And then he went on The Bachelorette, Hannah Brown season, got engaged to Hannah Brown. And then news broke that he might have had a girlfriend at home. So I'm interested to see what Jed has to say about that because while it's been a bad look for him, I think it's fair to hear someone's side of the story. You guys don't have to do that. By all means, go support him, fellow YouTuber. Great. But if not, I will be chopping up what he says and playing a few sound bites. And I'll give my own point of view. Alrighty here. Last chance for messages. You guys have been killer today. Absolutely killer. Thursday, I'll try to go a little longer if people are sticking around. I know we just get heated up and it's kind of hard. But Tasha just sent me a post. Do you want me to put this on the air, Tasha? Well, what was it? All right, I'm reading it. Tasha just sent me a Bachelor-themed Instagram. I'm sweating, guys. I don't know if it's hot in here or what. Milwaukee Motor said Pete Pilot did the same thing. He broke up with his girlfriend 2 weeks before going on The Bachelorette. Yeah, that's why I don't have a huge problem with it because it's like, look, people casually date. Sarah Trott dated DJ Bazoo and then went on the show and then dated him again. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean you're together. Caitlin said, can we talk about how great it is that Victoria's gone? Oh, yeah, we've been playing the Ding Dong, Victoria's Gone music all day. Someone said he tried to play Hannah. That's foul. Well, I'm sure that's true. I just want to hear him and see what he has to say about it all. Even his ex said he's not a bad guy. Haley, whatever her name was. She was like, oh, he's not a bad guy, you know? All right. CCC said, Dave Neal, I was so surprised to see all the tea Dylan Barber put out there and saying Jed did not have a girlfriend. Absolutely. And the video's crushing it today. Got like 25,000 views. So clearly people want to know more about that. I'm going to get you guys that info tomorrow. Once Jed makes his podcast, I'll make a video about it. Stephanie says, one thing I will say is most of the girls this season can't blame a bad edit. They really just said those things. No, absolutely. Absolutely. Like Dylan said in one of his tweets, if you're a good person, it's hard to make a bad edit out of you. You know, chances are you're probably not a great person if they're going to make a bad edit. There are exceptions to the rule, but I think a lot of times we can tell when we're being manipulated versus when we're seeing people like we saw Victoria go up to Matt and be like, don't trust me, don't trust Katie over whatever she said. And it's like, that's not a bad edit, Victoria. You know what I mean? Abby said, actually, yeah, Dave, take your temp if you're all sweaty. Make sure you aren't sick. No, I'm not sick. I just put on this extra linen shirt. It's like I'm just sweating through it. I'm feeling good. Sometimes Tasha's ready to go to bed. She turns the heat up, and then I got 3 cameras on me. For the live stream the other day, I left all the windows open, but at night, the windows open, you hear 2 feral cats kind of mauling each other, and then there's a it's a whole scenario. So I got the windows closed, but only 3 weeks till we get to the new place, and I'll show off our new studio. But yeah, I think I'm not sick, but yeah, maybe. Can you imagine if I just break out? This was it. Just me. Madison says, does Matt know that Kit's mom is a famous fashion designer? I've never heard them talking about it. I don't think so. They have different last names. I'm not sure. Maybe. But, Matt lives in New York City, so you can tell when someone comes from money in New York City. Like, right away when someone's from a certain part of town. And you go like, oh, yeah, that person is totally, like, loaded. Sunshine asked, yes, how did your stand-up go? It went pretty good. It was a good show. I did a 20-minute set. I told some jokes, mainly old jokes, just because I haven't been getting up on stage much, obviously because of the pandemic. It's been just a slow year, so I focused more of my time trying to build my YouTube, since I haven't been able to get up on stage. But it was good. It was good to get up there and shake it out and yell a little bit. I'll tell you what, after a 10-hour live stream, it was very hard to yell the next night on stage, but my voice survived, and then I relaxed the rest of the weekend. I bought a bunch of frozen mozzarella sticks from Trader Joe's, and we have an air fryer, and I just dumped them in the air fryer and ate them when I got home from my stand-up show. Kind of amazing. Victoria Giordano's in the room. Good to see you, Vicky. Yeah, Vicky, we found a place. We'll have to fill you in on all the details, but it's a nice little place we'll be able to have a little backyard, space for the dog. You know how it is. It's just impossible to find all that. But the dog's going to be so excited when he can go chase birds and squirrels. Heather says, I wonder if Tyler deleting all of Hannah's pics and Dylan not following her means something happened with her as well. Tyler deleting all of Hannah's pics and Dylan not following her. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. But I got to get out of here, folks. We have to get out of here. What else can I say? Did I miss any comments? I think we got all the voicemails. I keep on saying I'm going to do a 45-minute live stream, and then it always goes 90 minutes. So anyway, you guys were rocking it tonight. Thank you so much for all the amazing donations. I'm going to do this on my recap, but I wanted to shout out, in case she's in the room, Wigs by Lily gave me a $100 donation today on the Cash App. So thank you so much for that. You guys were amazing. This is all the donations we got this week. That's just insane. And don't forget Jackie Conway with a 5-pound donation. I missed her last time. 840 in donations. Of course, this money is going to be going to new furniture for the new apartment, moving to a new place, trying to upgrade some things in life. So thank you guys so much for everything you have done to help further the channel. To the 248 people still in the chat room, on your way out the door, if you haven't, just hit that like button. Just tap it with your Chris Harrison, bump your Harrison on top of that. And everyone have a fantastic evening. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate all the love. And I hope I can respond to everyone in the comments section when you guys leave comments. Some videos are busier than others, so I try to respond like the first half hour after posting a video. But in the morning, we'll have my Bachelor recap, which will have a little more jokes, obviously straight to camera. And you guys are kind of nice because I record my Bachelor recaps right after this, and I'm able to kind of get that blood flow going. It's kind of like I'm loose, I'm ready to go. So then when I film that, it's a ton of fun. So thank you guys so much. And good night, Esme. Good night, Nomad Chica, Julie, everyone else. Thank you all so much. And leave a comment tomorrow on the videos. I appreciate y'all. And everyone, have a good one. Everyone give it up for Gemma and Huey for bumping Harrison's tonight. Bump a little extra for us, why don't you? Thanks, Susan.